What's up, Guardians? It's your boy Octane, and today's not legendary lost sector is the Grandmaster. Grandmasters are upon us, and it's time to have the craziest freaking battle ever. Alright, so it's Glassway. It's probably one of the worst ones we're going to have this season for Plug 1. Okay, so first off, let's talk about loadouts. I'm using Hung Jury with Surplus and Rapid Hit. Or explosive payload, sorry. Your best bet is two Ursa Titans and a Chaos Reaching Warlock. And always look for this banner when you spawn in for Grandmaster. You get your super right off rip. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Okay, so if you got two Ursa Titans that are trading off orbs, okay, so what you want to do is one pops it, make sure you call it out, and then when it's down to one bar, you give a countdown, like 5, 4. I say 3, 2, 1. So when it goes into that last bar, right where your melee starts, that little line, then you start counting down after like 1 or 2 seconds after it passes that last one. And you start going 3, 2, 1, and then the other Ursa pops his and goes. So right off rip, you got to overload, okay, you're going to have to deal with. And literally the name of the game is like be very careful because like I said, everyone knows it's a Grandmaster, so anything can one-shot you. The shanks, everything, you're gonna have mess ups, but the hardest part is the boss room. Okay, so first things first, we had another guy running blinding nades, which really helped. So if someone runs blinding nades, that'd be very good. And then if two other people are rocking barrier and overload, you should be good. Or, you could do one other person, but that puts a lot of strain on that one person. So you want to be careful. You want to be very careful with that. Honestly, it's better with two barriers, two overloads, somebody rocking, two players are rocking barriers and overloads. And then the other one could rock the blinding nades. And then make sure breaching clear is on. It's very useful. Obviously, I was using the Anarchy, but if you don't want to use Anarchy, try to use another grenade launcher. One that really has some uptick, but Anarchy is good for a Grandmaster. But if not, the options are other grenade launchers, which something blast something. It was I forget what the hell it's called, like blast something. It's an arc grenade launcher that has chain reaction and stuff like that. So, something that is going to work with breach and clear. So you get that extra damage. Or you can use rockets, it doesn't matter. Whatever you feel comfortable using, but it's two Ursa Titans are necessary. And it's just very useful. It'll save your life. The Glassway is something to take a bit slow. Now, if you want to take it a lot faster and stuff, like, yeah, you could all go Chaos Reach and Thunder Crash and stuff like that, but it doesn't work in this Grandmaster. It's just not going to. I mean, there's builds and stuff around that and stuff, but it's just like, it puts you in fire too much. It's just easier to be safer because there's so many Vandals. There's so many Shanks. There's so many bosses. Like, there's this boss, that boss. Like, we had the Chaos Reach working out for us. Like, in my opinion, it's the best way to go because you're always safe, but then you'll have that damage output of Chaos Reach. And he was using G-Mags to get his super back fast. But it really didn't matter because we were throwing so much orbs on the ground, he automatically had it all the time. Like, honestly, he should have been using it a little bit more. He was a good player, don't get me wrong, but he should have been using it a little bit more with taking advantage of how much orbs. Like, he should have been just popping that shit left and right. Like, after the first shield goes up and the next one goes up, more start dropping, he should automatically, like, he should be popping it right now. And sometimes if the orbs aren't dropping, let the overload or a boss hit the Ursa shield so you can build up some more orbs. That's what we were doing there. But I'm going to try to take you through every part, even though this is 45 minutes long. I'm going to try to take you through that. And then after this video is done, I'm going to be uploading the Lost Sector videos. I'm trying to, like, edit a video, put it out, because Tuesdays I'm going to start putting out a ton of videos, like the Grandmaster, the Lost Sectors, both of them, the 1340 and the 1310. Grandmasters are out, and we're all starting to get power leveled, so it's time for me to start getting all the videos out opposed to just one 1310. So, see, he used Chaos Reach there, but like I said, he should have been hitting that like left and right. Because honestly, at the end of the day, we're moving away from those orbs anyway. He might as well take advantage of them and use them. Plus, even if we leave that area and he's halfway to his Chaos Reach, by the time there's a lot of running in these tunnels and stuff, so by the time maybe we get to the next area, he would have already had it anyway. And even if not, we would, like I said, if you're the Warlock Chaos Reaching, just use that bitch all the time. Long as people are, like, when you hear your other teammates saying, trading off the Ursa shields, just know you can pop the shit out of it. That spot right there is the best spot to be in this area now. But pretty much with Ursa, it's just going to be a cakewalk. But you want to take out as many Vandals as you can while the shield's up. And the person trading off with Ursa, just see how I threw my heavy and then popped? Like, just help out as much as possible, because that's the one problem with Ursa Titans doubling up. Like, you're switching so much sometimes that you don't get the damage. You got to make sure in between you popping the shield and him popping the shield, you got to be throwing damage and killing ads, or you're going to run out of ammo. No one's going to be dead. You have to do this. So, like, and make sure, and ammo's barely dropping in this, so, like, make sure all mods are on for heavy ammo. Maybe a couple for primary, just to be safe. But everything you can put on for your heavy ammo you're using, put it on. Like extra ammo, extra everything, all that on. And there are a ton of champions and barriers, so do not, like, in the boss room. We'll get to that later, but like I said, see, the Chaos Reacher didn't pop that much here. Like, honestly, it would go a lot faster if your Chaos Reacher is popping a lot. Because, like I said, look at all the orbs I'm dropping, and then he's dropping. There's no point not to use it as much as possible. Especially, like, here's what I would have liked to do my teammate. I didn't want to cause waves, so I didn't say nothing to him. As soon as we stun a barrier and overload, he should Chaos Reach, and then Chaos Reach every ad. So in between switching Ursas, you should, one of the persons switching who is not using Ursa should be popping or stunning the champions. And then when he pops, the person that stunned the champions, when it's his turn to pop the shield, the other ones should finish taking out the champions and smooth sailing a lot faster. You could probably run this a lot faster than we did, but we were taking it slow because I was trying to get this video done so I can put it out. But I'm going to probably run it a couple more times on the Warlock this week because I did not get a good roll on my plug one. Plus, I don't know if the charge time adapt mod is dropping in the strikes. I didn't get it, but we'll see. That's the other reason why I want to run it. I want to see if I get another adapt mod, but they didn't say they were dropping new adept mods, but I mean, we need adept freaking charge time. Because it's plug one, you think it dropped this week with plug one if you don't have it. I'm sure it will. I just didn't get it this first run. Now this area, there's a lot of Vandals. When we get ahead a little bit, you should probably have one of the Ursas pop. But like, right when you see them, you should probably maybe back off the cover and then pop, just so you know you ain't gonna die. Pop the shield out, and then the other two follow. Like I said, you got to give a countdown for the other Ursa though. You got to be like 3, 2, 1, your turn. A lot of people like to teabag when they're almost up and stuff. It's just like, just talk, man. Just talk. See, there's a Vandal right there. We panicked because like Vandals are so rough in this one. It's just better. Like I said, just better to use Ursa. There's an overload right here. He jumps up every time. He's always right there. But there's more Vandals in the back, straight back to the right. See that one that just jumped over there, the Vandal? There's a ton of them over there on top of the two that just jumped over there. But you'll see why, like right there, to the left of me, I should have popped in cover and then went for it. But see, there was a Vandal up there. Things got screwed up here. That's what I'm saying. Like, back at that wall, that's where you should pop and stand. So you guys can stand back there. You can see a teammate died. So that back wall right by that cover to the left side, there's a pillar on that other side. That's where you want to pop it and stay so that, you know, someone isn't up there and that one's not up there. And honestly, the Vandals might come out of cover more if you're up there anyway, because they kept going in cover, and as you see, I don't have my Ursa yet. So that's a point that I wanted to talk about this part, is because, like I said, you see all the Vandals, there's like 6 or 7 of them. But, like, he was blinding them with blinding nades. See, look at them. They're all blinded. So that really helped. Blinding nades really help. And they do stun the Hydras. It doesn't proc the red, like, smoke above their head, but they don't shoot at you. So they are blind. The one is blinded. I don't know if he blinded the big one. Not sure. I don't think it works on the big one. It might, but I don't think he really tried it. I can't remember. Maybe you'll see it in the video. I don't know. I've never seen him proc it. There was so much going on. You just really want to be careful, too, like, the overloads. We'll talk more about the boss room, but we'll just go step by step here. I have 4 times the charm on that. If you have a hand cannon with that, use it on the barriers for GMs. It's amazing. Like, rewind rounds on Fatebringers, all good and nice, but it's just not. It's not my thing, man. I had the wrong freaking hung jury on, too. I thought I had my rapid hit fucking explosive payload. I got surplus explosive payload. Alright, so here's the boss room. Or, no. Here's the second to hardest part. This is annoying as piss, but again, this is where 2 Ursa Titans come in handy. Like I said, Glassway, it's just... It's not worth not using 2 Ursa Titans. It's just so much easier. There's too many Vandals not to take advantage of it. So what we're doing here is he's proccing the ads and then you back off. It's the smartest way to do it because doing the Ursa inside the circle is a problem because see, look where the shanks are now. Plus, ads come to the left and the right, so even you're not safe. See how I'm using the Ursa shield? They're in cover still, but they're still being able to shoot through the Ursa, and I'm generating so much orbs from it. But we're safe. So what you do is you kill the ads. When all the ads are dead, the Ursa Titan, another one of the Ursa Titans, or the same one, goes up, procs it again. See? Procking it. And then when the ads start coming, I proc the shield and back up slowly. And do the same thing I just did. We'll see he procced this. You can trade off. It doesn't matter. But most likely you're going to generate so much orbs you both will have it. Just make sure you call it out. I'll pop it this time. I'll pop it that time. Because you don't want to double up and you both be popping at the same time. It's a mess. And you won't generate as much orbs. And it won't be as easy. Alright, so that wave's done. So then we go proc it again. Just make sure the ads are spawning. Don't proc your Ursa shield at this part. See, like, I think I went to proc mine here. And I was like, oh, I think we're done. And then we wasn't, so I made sure the ads were spawning, so I did that, and then I backed up again. Best way to do this. And see, they still have the cover to the left and the right of them when my shield's gone. But I'm still calling it out at this point. I'm still calling it out. And my loadouts are as followed. Using hung jury with surplus and explosive payload and posterity with all for 1 and 4 times the charm. Posterity, a hand cannon, arc and cannon from the raid. Deepstone Crypt. And then my heavy is anarchy, but like I said, you know, whatever you're comfortable with, but if you're using breach and clear, it'll help a lot. And if you don't have anarchy, just use something that's high damaging. Like you could use Godslayer Warhead like I use in Lost Sectors. And use like Royal Entry or something like that. So, something that hits hard that you can charge light with, especially if you're using 2 Ursa Titans. You should be able to charge light pretty quick with like charging or something perk that when you pick up orbs you get charged with light. And then you could put like a bunch of charge times 2. You could do a charge light build, rocking doors. If you don't have anarchy, that's the other way to go. That's the way I would go if I didn't have anarchy. But Glassway, it was just so hard. It was just like, I'm saying screw it and I'm using anarchy. I don't like to do it, but honestly, it's a freaking GM. You got to use every kind of power you got. And if you don't have anarchy, watch my farm Templar. I couldn't think of the word. Templar video. I'll put the link at the end of this video for the Templar to get your raid spoils to get anarchy quick. With Vogue, there's no reason not to, and you might as well take advantage of it while you can to shred frickin' the Templar and get, 240 raid spoils to get anarchy while you can before they lower the raid spoils from 5 to like 2 like they did in Deepstone Crypt. It'll still be viable to do Templar, but it'll suck worse. You only get 2 a run. Right now you're getting 5. You get about 100 an hour if you do it fast enough. You get a group and you start running it. You get in the groove of doing it over and over and over and over. You're good. And if a group's like, oh, you have to have anarchy to farm Templar, fuck it. Create your own group and let it, whoever wants to join. Like, that's the reason why you're farming Templar, to get anarchy. It's bullshit. See, there's a lot of Vandals and stuff. You just gotta take it slow, be careful. So many Vandals. You just gotta be very careful. Boss room, we have a lot to talk about. See, there's like 3 of them right there. And I think there's 2 more that jump down. But see, he's blinding them. See them, they're blinded, so they're not. So we don't have frickin' 3 Vandals shooting wire rifles at us at once. And then there's a barrier here. We already took out the overload. I suggest arc weapons too, because it's fallen, and they seem to take more damage from arc. But yeah, why this video is uploading, I'll be doing the Lost Sector, the 1310. I'll edit it, and then I'll start uploading that. And then following that one, I'll do the 1340 in that video. So it'll be like, this will be the first video that's out. Next video will be the 1310 Lost Sector. And then right after that will be the 1340 Lost Sector. So 3 videos today at minimum. I might do some other ones on some other stuff. But definitely those every Tuesday. I'll do both Lost Sectors and the Grandmaster. But I'm going to do the Grandmaster first just to get it done and over with. So on Tuesdays from now on, the Lost Sector will be out around this time. Probably like 4 or 5 instead of 1. Exactly at 1. Just because the Grandmaster takes so long, and then editing is going to take a while because it's a 45-minute video. It dropped heavy down there. Yeah, you got to be careful when you're killing some of the ads. They might drop heavy in the pool, and you can't go down there to get it. You'll die. Alright, so, boss room. Pretty much just watch what we do and do this. But I'm going to explain what we're doing throughout this whole one. It's a very smart strategy. Okay, so, essentially, we were talking about something. We were talking about, like, the plan. Okay, so first things first. There's an overload right there. You want to take care of that. Now, this side is your home. This is the side you want to stay on. Because it's just way easier. And with that big lane in the middle, you'll see. We use that big lane to pretty much kill almost everything. Essentially, the name of the game is using the Ursa shields and herding them into this hallway. And then you just hammer them. Try not to use your anarchy or your heavy, whatever you're using, like, all the time. Like, save it as much as possible towards the end because there's a lot of champions, a lot of them. Okay, see, he's hurting the overloads to us, and then we're stunning them. That one hit me. That was our first try at it. You'll see we get a little better. So see, we herded the overloads to us because we can't. They teleport like a motherfucker, and they're a bitch because they're fucking Minotaur overloads. So see what happens when we don't herd them right? They chase us, constantly teleporting and hitting us with splash damage to their void, and that can wipe us very quickly. Because like I said, even a shank can one-shot you. So you want to herd them like that because it stuns them both in there, and then you got a closed-in area to finish them all off. You don't want them separating and shooting you from two different angles with void burn. So that's the trick to do it. You'll see us get better as we do it. But like calling it out to stun them when they're close like that, it's difficult to master because they keep teleporting after a certain amount of time when they're close to you. So the trick is you got to get it right on time. But if you can get this down, this is my first time trying it, like herding them into there, which is smart. But it worked out. You'll see how it goes, okay? I'll explain it as we do it. Alright, so each part we gotta trigger, X amount of damage on the bosses and like the little Minotaur and stuff like that. So pretty much here we were just kind of getting his health down a little bit. It's all about like meters, getting their health down. And remember, if you're rocking Barry, you can shoot through those Vex shields because you're anti-barrier, so you can shoot right through them. Now the boss, when you have to damage that big guy, you're going to have to throw aggro. Like, somebody's going to shoot out this side that I'm heading towards, and the other person's going to shoot out that one, and you're going to kind of, like, feed him left and right, left and right, left and right. This is a hard Grandmaster. This is, like I said, this is probably going to be the hardest one of the season. But see, he blinded him. That's why he wasn't shooting us. But it doesn't show the red and black smoke. Alright, so the champions are coming. It's my turn to proc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run out there, soak up that damage, and then I'm going to start backing up. See how he stunned him? We're keeping them right in front of us, both barriers, because they can start teleporting around us, and it's all bad then. I called out with my shield. Now he's going to go. So we're going to keep backing up, and he's going to shield us to make sure those overloads, because those overloads have to go first. Luckily, I think there's only like 4. There's like 2 waves of that, but the rest are barriers. There's like 6 or 7 barriers. It's pretty wild. There might be like 6 and 6. I'm not sure. You just have to like break them down in the video. There's so many I can't even count how many. I think there were 2 there, and then each wave like spawns a couple. But the Wyverns, Vex chickens are the next thing that's the problem. You do the same thing with those as you did with the overloads. Like I said, it's essentially hurting the harder things to fight down this hallway. I was looking for ammo. And I think we were looking for the boss. He sneaks around to the left, to the right. Because there's this side too. You can aggro that side too. But see, if you try to go too fast, that's what happens. You got to take this very slow. Very slow. Because it's not worth all dying. It's better to take it slower, get it done, than try to full force it, like I said. Like I said, you just want to really herd them down this hallway. That's the key to this. It did make it a hell of a lot easier. Like, we had more heavy ammo towards the, like, throughout the whole encounter. We had supers all day. Again, like I said, the Chaos Reacher should have been Chaos Reaching a little bit more, but, it's something you got to get used to. But see how I was shooting him through the shield? Like, it's anti-barrier rounds. It just goes right through. Yeah, it just goes right there. But yeah, I'm thinking about 7 or 8 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock right now as I'm recording this. About 7, 8 o'clock, I should have all the videos out. All three of them. Both Master Lost Sector and Legendary Lost Sector. And this one. But I want to get them uploading because it takes a while. Especially this 45-minute one's going to take the most. Um, that way they're all up and going today. Because I know some of you are struggling right now as I speak with this frickin' Grandmaster, man. I know y'all want your plug ones. It is plug one this week, so next week should be, I don't know the rotation. Is it the sniper again? I feel like we just had the sniper last week. It's got to be hung jury then. I'll have to look. Look it up. See, there's the Y words. Y words. See how he shielded? Now we just pretty much stay there, and we got to get rid of him fast. If you have to burn your heavy, if it ends up like that, to where they're close like that, and you have to burn a super heavy, do it. Because they will kill you super fast. Arc and solar shields is really all we ran into. I'm sure people were wondering about that. But the solar really wasn't a problem, and neither was the freaking arc. Because we were rocking anarchy, and, I'm rocking posterity. I was just trying to aggro him. Because I seen they were over there by him. You just kind of play tennis with that little one. Till we're all good. You just leave him health. And just kill ads. You got to keep them. There's a barrier right there. He didn't see it. You got to be tricky. There's a barrier to the left and the right on that ledge. They always do that, and then they hop back and forth. So you got to be very careful. And I didn't want to pop my Ursa because there wasn't, as you see on the ground, I died. There wasn't that many orbs now. So I was like waiting. I was trying to get him. But the best thing to do if that happens, have your other teammate go over there to the where he just hopped on the other side of the doorway and aggro him over there. Because if they're both firing on you like that, like, you've got to get them away from you. It's always tricky when the anti-barriers, there's two of them. Because you kind of got to work on both of them. But what the trick about that is, you want to find cover behind one of them. So you can work on just one specifically and the other one doesn't take you out. You'll see how he did it. See, he's going right to the right of me to aggro him over that way so I can go get that res. But he went out there to get some ammo, and he was like, well, he went to look for him, and they were already right there. And I was like, oh, shit, they're right there, and it was too late. See, so we started fighting this one, right? And there's cover right there to the left. You see that crate? See, here comes the other one. I thought we could get him in time, but he fucking one-shotted me. We should have went to that crate and took cover. This was a close one. I thought we were going to biff it here. But he makes it happen. I mean, see, you will have mess-ups. Just be very careful and smart. Like, you'll have mistakes like that, and you got to learn from them quick. Alright, so see, I got his res real quick, and I ran. Okay, so now we're all three over here. See how we're taking cover? That one to the left of us, of the crate, can't hit us. So now we have time to take out that one. I even threw just one of my anarchy shots on him to get that breach and clear going so we can just hammer him. See how the other one can't shoot at us? Now we can smoothly take out this one too. See how much easier that was? That's how you want to do it with two of these goblins. If you do it and they're both shooting at you and you're all out, you're all probably going to wipe. See, nice and easy. See how much easier that was? It's so much better to do it that way. Oh yeah. Before I start on the next thing we got to work on this Grandmaster. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are running, what worked for you, what stuff you guys are using, like barriers, like guns, what heavies, what supers you ran, stuff like that. I'd like to know. Like hunters, he, this is the part where we're trying to get him low enough to spawn another set of ads. It's literally like kill all the ads, stay safe, herd them into the hallway, and then lower their health. Either the big Hydra or this one, to where they spawn another set of ads. Then you just leave that one alone. See, ads are coming, Wyverns are coming. I hit my super, go out there, get them to look at me, get them coming down this hallway. See, and then I keep backing up. I tell him, hey, 3, 2, 1, I'm losing it. Through my shield. He pops it up. And we keep going ham. See how we're hurting them? Instead of them going left and right and cutting us off from both sides, we keep them restrained. The problem was the Hydra behind us started aggroing us. Just gotta be a little careful with that part. That will happen. So we all backed up because he died, so he didn't really have it. His Ursa, so we had to kind of reset. All right, so we was like, screw this, let's deal with him, get him out of here, and then we can finish the ads. See, we stopped hurting the Y words, and one of them flanked us. You can't have that. You got to keep them together. And if you can't, like what happened with us, where one of us died, reset and just get rid of the one that's flanking, and then start working on everything else. And if the barriers are like that right there, get rid of them before they get up on that ledge and it's hard to hit them. I immediately started shooting that ledge because I thought there was another one there. But yeah, like I said, it's herding them into the hallway, taking out the barriers one at a time, making sure you're in cover where the other one can't hit you, and then dealing with the overloads as soon as possible. So it's like overloads, Wyverns, Vex chickens. I'm just gonna call them that because I hate their names. And then stages of damaging the boss, stages and stages of it. Like I said, this is the safe way to run it. If you just want to get it done and get your adapt guns, this is the way to do it. Now to farm it, there's probably an easier way, but at the same time it is Glassway, so I would just do this way all the time. Just something you're going to have to do. See how we herded him in? We did a real good job there. And then he supered again. That's what he should have been doing a lot more. But see, what you want to do is the Chaos Reach should call out when he's about to super the overloads, so you can stun them both, so he can literally kill them. Because if he's using his super, yeah, and he's got G-Mags, he'll kill him, but it'll just be quicker if you can stun them both, and then he Chaos Reach. You'd be like, I'm going in for the stun, and then he stuns them. And make sure he's not shooting the Chaos Reach through the Ursa shield. It won't do that. Just a friendly reminder. Oh, and watch the pulls they drop. As you've seen there, there was no pull there, but it was like damaging us like it was. So be careful with that. It's like a little glitch going on. But yeah, this part I think I messed up. We were looking for... There was 2 barriers, and they're sneaky, man. You got to be careful with these barriers, man. They're nuts. They almost killed us like 5 times in this. So at this point, I think we were waiting for ads to spawn, so we started damaging the boss. This damaging the boss, like I said, see how he's there, the other one's over, the other teammate's over there. You guys got to separate, so like when one starts taking damage, the other one can start aggroing. So you essentially, both of y'all are shooting them from 2 different angles, and then one backs off when he's taking splash damage, heal up, go back out, throw some more damage. So that way, as soon as the one backs off, the other guy that's shooting him, he starts moving that way, which gives the guys that got splash damage time to heal up while he's moving left to fight the one guy. Or you could have two on that side. It doesn't matter where the other, like the two stack up. It's just make sure you're backing off, excuse me, to heal. So see, here comes some more overloads. Yeah, I think there's 6 and 6. 6 overloads, 6 barriers. Telling him I'm losing my shield. I throw it. He goes out. See, so essentially, the other thing about this is doing it this way is, like I said, it's hurting them so they can't flank you and splash damage you, kill the whole team. Just easier. And then 2, you're thinning out a ton of ads so they don't flank you. So when the Ursas are up and there's less ads, you can just start, piecing them one by one, and it's a lot easier, and you're not getting hit from 30 different angles. Because like I said, not getting hit by a ton of ads where they can all one-shot you is pretty nice. It just makes the run a lot easier doing it this way. It's hurting them into this hallway. It's the best way to do it. But see, there's the barriers, sometimes they're not on that ledge. It looks like they're not, but they are. They're hiding. Sorry, that was my straw. I was taking a drink of my coffee. So, like right here, see the boss? He'll go left all the way too. Like, you just got to be very, like I said, this is your base right here. This is your home base. You want to be very careful, and like I said, I can't stress it enough about freaking, it was a little glitchy. Hurting them down that hallway. It just makes it so much easier. I did this freaking Grandmaster last season a bunch of times, and this is the best way I've seen to do it. Is hurting them down the hallway. And using Ursas. Yep. Another point where we're just dropping his health, trying to get him down, so he spawns the next wave. You'll know when the wave spawns because they'll say a champion spawned on the left side right there by your super. Or you got the other teammate over there like Xavier is, and he's gonna call it out when he sees that wave. Because we're not, like us two over here, me and Zoom, we're not gonna be able to see. See, trying to figure out Hydra emerges from the void. So they spawned, and now we're getting ready. He told me to go over there and start aggroing the wayward, so I did. See, I can go that way too. We just didn't. We just stuck to the two sides. It was just simpler. Alright, so now we got all of them coming down. See how we're backing up like a motherfucker? Waywards are here, so I was like, fuck it. See, I had to do it. He chaos reach. He made sure he was above my shield there, if you saw. See, that's what happens. They'll flank if you don't hurt them down the hallway. So that's, if that happens where you can't hurt them, that's the way to do it. You just let them come and then just kind of like have them, people stack up behind you and just use that as a freaking shield, man. Just defend, defend, defend. Back up and damage hard as shit. Like pretty much, if they come at you like that, I went out to get ammo soon, and I get killed by the freaking barriers. See, look, I don't even see them up there, but they're there. I went for the heavy turn, boom. See them? Hidden, dude. Hiding. So you gotta be very careful. And it was a real bitch to get me back, man. Because what happened was, it's only the barriers and the boss left now, right now, on this wave. So what they were doing is they were all together. So the boss was splash damaging them. They had the freaking barriers shooting them too. So it was like very rough for them to get me. So towards the end, you got to be very careful. Them fucking barriers are sneaky towards the end there. Well, those barriers are just sneaky because of the ledge right there. They like hide right there, like up to the thing by that pipe. And then up to the left on that other side, right before that corner. And then when you come out to get ammo, they fucking wreck your shit. See, he died, and we almost fucked up there, too, and so close to the end. But like I said, this is why I was saying it's crucial to be very careful and hurt everything down the hallway. I know I said that a lot in this video, But that's very key to winning this shit very easily. It's very, very key. It took them a minute to get me. We ended up timing out like for our lives, but we still had 16 left. We didn't give a fuck. We were just careful. At that point in time, see, if I didn't die, we would have had plenty of time and still had revives when we won. But I had to sneak out and get that ammo. I needed it. I didn't really need it that bad though, but it wasn't worth wasting that much time. Like I said, hunters use your chest plate, your eyes chest plate that makes you invisible and makes your team invisible. Warlocks use Chaos Reach and G Mags. This is what you want to use. And if you're a Titan, you're good to go. You already know Grandmasters are the shit for Titans and Warlocks. Hunters, you have to make everyone invisible and resist with your Omnicrolls. You see me use it all the time in Lost Sectors when it's Void Burn. That's what you want to do, because then that way, like, honestly, if one of them would have been a hunter, it would have been a lot cooler too, because he could have just went invis and came got me. But see how they're aggroing? I was telling him, I was like, just aggro him and push him over this way. And I was like, all right, you should be able to go get me. And then I'm telling them, hey, they're both up there, one's on the ledge. I'm calling them out exactly where the barriers are and the boss. But like I said, take my mistake and learn from it. That ledge is where they're going to be at. Even if you don't see them, they're there. They're freaking there. Like I said, Hunter would be a good situation in this part because these barriers are very sneaky. He could make the team invisible and one person can sneak out there and go see and then see where they're at and then come back in the tunnel safely. So, I mean, Hunters, don't count Hunters out. Hunters are good for this Grandmaster too, but honestly, it's nice having the Titan with Chaos Reach. It was nice. But like I said, he should have been hitting that shit all the time. Wasting them orbs on the ground. Because you got to think, too, if you're hitting Chaos Reach all the time, you're creating orbs for us, too. And if you die, at least those orbs didn't go to waste. He had to Ursa to come get me, but we got it and we just dipped. I got very lucky when I flew back in the tunnel. We're almost to the boss. We almost killed him. Alright, so I think at this point, we're like, fuck it. Let's take out this little one. So we just went for killing him. Oh, wait, no. I think we took out we took out the barriers first. And then we did it. But see, look, right now, you can't even tell where the barriers are. They're over there, though. They're on that ledge. It's the best way to kill the barriers, though, is try to push them on that side that we're on right now, this side. Because what you want to do is you want to push them on that side so they ain't hopping around those fucking ledges and shit. It's hard to hit them there, too. They can shield up or jump out of the way to where you can't see them and shield up. Because you know they love to do that. They love to hide and shield up so they can heal again. Yeah, this is... Okay, so yeah, we did burn him first. We're like, fuck it, let's just get rid of him, and then we'll work on the barriers. Because then all we got to do is take out the big guy, which we can burn pretty fast. He's pretty squishy. See if I'd have my freaking rapid hit. Makes me angry. Because I was leveling that up, too, before we started the Grandmaster. It was the wrong freaking gun, too. See, champions appeared. Alright, here comes some more Y words. This is, I think, the last wave before we take down the boss. But it's because we killed the little Hydra. That's what happens. See, he just chaos reached the shit out of those. Get rid of them quick. And then he even did the barriers. Now he's going to go so we can finish the barriers. He's like, just wipe them. Threw heavy at him and shit. I still had plenty of heavy. There's my Ursa ready to go. See, this is the part where we crunch timed it because we're at 43 minutes. But again, still can be safe. Almost got killed by it. See how sneaky they are there? It's not a good place to take them out, but we had them herded there, and we were already working on them, so we were like, screw it, let's just do it. Like I said, over there on that freaking right side, from the right of us, that little poke out point, that doorway, that's the best way to do it because you got a little cover to the left. This is the other option. Just keep using Ursas, pushing them so they can't hide. I was trying to look for the boss to throw my shield at him. Okay, so this is it. We were checking where the boss was, and then we finished him up right here. I think we went left, all the way left this time to finish him up because Savior had him over there. He pops his Ursa just to make sure because that splash damage is a bitch and it will kill you very, very fast. Just hit him with everything you got. He chaos reached. We were going to back off, but I was like, fuck it, he's done. That's it. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Hopefully this helps you guys, the Grandmaster, because it is a bitch this week. Yeah, leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys are running on what characters and stuff. I want to know. Let me know what you think of our herding the ads that way. I thought it was a pretty ingenious freaking thing. But look out for my next 2 videos that are coming right after this one. I'll see you on the next one. Octane out. Be safe out there, Guardians.